You know, I realized I did a dumb. I've done a dumb. I have a mid-range hunter right here. Let me actually see what the old mid-range hunter is. See if I can make formulate paints on. Oh, I was running a. Is this the exact same deck? Wait, no. I was only running one Bittertide Hydra on this one. Yeah, I guess I found it too expensive. I was running a Hunter's Mark in there. I think everything is roughly the same there. Oops, not a Beast Druid. Get out of here, Beast Druid. Get out of here. Range Hunter! Yeah, I'm running a Galaka Crawler instead. This is the same low end. It's fine. It's fine. No damns given. Boom, 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 boom.
Rexa versus Liadrin.
My
hammer burns with holy fire.
Let the hunt.
Fox, currently it appears the subscription tiers only appear to be different in that they allow us to give you more support if we want to and can afford it. Do you have any specific plans in regards to different subscription tiers and benefits? I will describe it as I only have interest in doing relatively... Paladin? Damn, I wish I had the Hungry Crab in here now. Shit. Like this? See what he does on turn 1. I'm gonna have quite minimal stuff for the mid and high tier, for the $10 and $25 tier. I have no interest in doing something where it's like, yes, chat will be restricted to $25 subs only, because then all 6 of you would be able to chat to each other. Yeah, I'm gonna bang out the small ones. There will probably be some $10 emote and some $25 emote. I'm the best player in the world! Yes! Suck a fat one, Exodus. That's basically all that's really planned for now. And, I mean, I might do some things where there's giveaways, and if you are a $10 sub, you are twice as likely to be selected for the giveaway. But, you know, giveaway of a few thousand people.
I will fight with honor.
You're 1 out of a few thousand versus 2 out of a few thousand, you know. That's what I mean by I don't actually want it to be too dramatic. Because I think that creates a shitty relationship. Like, the main reason subscriptions exist, the #1 reason is this lets me have an ad-free, not advertisement-focused experience for you. That's like, I just get to make the content, and if you like the content, you support it monetarily so I can keep making the content, right? That's what's really nice.
Let me think.
I think the idea of trying to make it so that what used to be $5 subscriptions are somehow like a lower class citizen, I think that's just, that doesn't sound nice at all. I'm gonna do this alone. Uh-oh. Osmo, you want me to read your message? Yeah, I'd be happy to. Let me...
Reporting for duty.
Osmo, if you could repost your post. How do I delete this? We're gonna hit him with Kindly Grandmother. Alright, Despy, go ahead and take some shit out there, man. I am cozy as heck right now. Hey Cosmo, I'm scrolling to find your stuff. I'm so sorry for not being able to find your note, Mr. Cosmo Monkey. I am tragically Oh dear. Tragically, at the Twatch offices right now. Don't have my usual setup. That's been really good for us. Wow, someone hates pirates as much as I hate pirates. This is... We had some options here. I think I like this one the best. Slightly awkward, but Cosmo, I'm just gonna give you a heart in the chat. What?
I wonder.
Oh my god, Cosmo Monkey. I have called you Cosmo Monkey for ages, but that's not your name, it's Comso Monkey. Oh my god, I don't know how to read. No wonder it wasn't showing up. Man. That was highly skillful by me. Dude, look at this mid-range hunter damage, it's so sick. Comso Monkey. Comso. At Comso Monkey, I literally have been... Forgive me, wah. I'm gonna consecrate him. I'm gonna be stacked. We're on the nuts. Oh my god, Cosmo Monkey, that is a very sweet thing said. I'm really glad. I'm really glad that was a positive experience for you. Ah, shit. Damn! We had quite the discussion about depression and suicide on the show today. Quite the chat indeed. So I'm glad that it was positive. Very difficult subject to talk about. Well, Gentle Megasaur. You know, I think I'm actually gonna cut Hyenodon. Adapt? Then it's adapt, huh? The health up. Back up. 8-9, feeling fine. 8-9's a good amount of health to I have. That's over behind you comfortable. No, never sat into it. Never sat into it.
Put your faith in the light.
For quite a lot, Dude, mid-range hunter is really pretty fucking good. Pretty close to win. It's gonna be Ward. It's gonna be Ward. Show me what you got. Woo! That's bad news bears for us, yeah. Baddest, newsest bears. We were real close to just killing him right in his head. I'm gonna have to animal bite this guy, which I really do not want to do. I mean, if he just hits here, we're pretty close to
Let me think.
Yep. Oh god, who are these paladins that put healing effects in? Ugh. Maybe I just go back to freeze mage and just freeze the shit out of everyone today. I think midrange hunter is like the best climbing deck for sure.
I taste blood.
Oregon, look at that card right there.
Well played.
Lose. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put in a Hungary crab. Hungary crab. Really good. Alright, I'm gonna cut bitter toyed hydra. Crab. Dude, once you get higher up in the climbs, there are so many Murloc men. So many Murloc men. So many Murloc men.
Rexa versus Valera.
Watch your...
Darksiders. Free trailer.
Let the hunt begin.
I want to keep the Crackling Razor Maw and rips 1-drops. Mr. K Div says, "What were you doing before you did Pro StarCraft?" I mean, I've been playing StarCraft since I was in like 6th grade. So essentially, learning arithmetic was what I did before StarCraft. Oh, come on. If the Miracle Rogues stay popular, then man, I'm just gonna freeze them. I'm gonna freeze mage it. He's hallucinating. Yeah, screw this kid. Was I homeschooled? No, I went to public school.
Give me a quest.
Quests! Give them to me. Alright, hallucination. Yep. So basically, my life story is that I went to school. Studied some math. Did the math. Math is pretty cool. Did the math. That was nice. I played some poker. I like poker. Poker's pretty fun. Fun to play poker. More StarCraft. Did StarCraft. Did some grad school. Did StarCraft. And now you know everything about me. I hunt low. Alright, boom! Do I do this? I feel like I have to. It's like too important. Man. Man. Do I play this Silithid Swarmer? Whoa! He must not have the best cards. Must not. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Look at how much better the mid-range hunter is than the 1-drop man. Look at how much better this is going than the 1-drop quest hunter.
So many options.
Nine, 10. And I have lethal! Oh my god. That's so much damage! This deck is insane. Ah! Alright, we're gonna get back to 16. We went to the face, and it felt really great.
Rexar versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild. Let the hunt begin.
Let us here against Druid. Something like this. Stella says, have you read Applications of No Limit Hold'em? If that is an official book, then super nope. Super haven't. I'm gonna coin this out. I assume that he's gonna play a Tortilla Man 5-bringer. Tortilla Man 5-bringer. You know the 2/2 that puts a 5 attacker in your hand? Come on, Monkey. Monkey. Oh, what a big double deck. Shit. Crappy shit. Lance! Arr! Incredibly in-depth poker, focusing on theoretically sound strategies. Setting myself up for success, aka a swipe turn. Book, I haven't read it. I mean, I've done a lot of data analysis related to poker. You know, you can like Poker Tracker, Hold'em Manager. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Spectacular. Astounding. Low.
I want to do it. Woo!
I can see.
We're getting a bone eye. We're getting a bonus star right here. I don't know why I'm so tired. I'm pooped, dude.
Rexar versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Let the hunt begin.
Maybe I don't want any of these? I don't know. That's a good one to have. That's a useful beast to have. Dude, yeah, man, I'm a sleep-a-don today. I stayed up till 2 in the morning for no real reason last night. I have historically been staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning watching the Kiev Major. But Just stayed up, played some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I gotta say, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is fun as hell. Like, that game is it's fun. It's really fun. Dota 2 is the game that, like, speaks to me. Like, the characters in that are, like, so cool and compelling to me, even though there's no cohesive lore, and the sets of abilities and what you can do and the depth and the richness of the game is something I find, like, powerful. It's, like, powerful to me. PlayerUnknown's Battleground is, like, stupid fun, you know? Like, I feel like Dota 2 is like sitting down to read the Wheel of Time. And PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is getting drunk and watching a Michael J. White movie, right? Like, they're both fun, but one of them is, like, rich and deep and compelling, but, you know, the other one's, like, fucking stupid fun, so you may as well have some fucking stupid fun. Just this nonsense story factory. I've been having a lot of fun playing it. Just doing dumb things. I think it's a game that will definitely die off in interest for me. Or I guess sort of have, like, sinusoidal interest. Do I wish to shoot him forever? Yeah, I do. I think it's probably better to keep my creatures alive in this matchup instead of trying to trade them in. Wooshbar says, I really just don't get the PlayerUnknown's Battleground gameplay. Everyone I know is obsessed. I can explain to you why I find PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds to be very compelling. Do I want to get this out? You know, I think I actually want this guy out. But I think it represents a greater threat because it's 4 health. The reason I like it is that in terms of direction, it's incredibly precise.
Is someone injured?
White circle is a safe zone. Blue circle is shrinking in the zone of danger. Really clear. Abundantly clear what the hell's happening. Really? Very well. We want to... Yeah, this could be good for us. It could be a misstep, but I think this is okay. I mean, he can obviously Dragon Fire Potion, but that's his entire turn, and then I'm probably going to play Tundra Rhino and go in. Or, yeah, just Bitter Tide it. The direction for it is incredibly clear, but the experience of it is, like, all over the place. There's all sorts of just insane shit that's possible to have happen, which I'm quite a fan of. And I really like that. There's many games, like, I'll take Overwatch, for instance. Overwatch is a game that feels very directed to me, and also very constrained in terms of experience. You go to point A, you're going to go there. But also there's, like, this way there or that way there. And you can maybe these kind of characters or these kinds of characters, but it feels very predefined. But PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds just has a whole lot of mystery and experiences that don't repeat very often. And examples of things that I really like is, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... This is 8, 9, 10, 17. Not quite. Let's do this. It doesn't repeat. So there's things that I really enjoy about the game is you'll just hear, like, clap, 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 clap in the background. And you'll be like, oh my god, there's gunfire. And then you'll see, like, a car go and drive towards that gunfire. And you'll never get any sense of what ever happened there. You just run away from it. And I think that experience is really, really cool. Or you'll just see some people going down this way and some people going down this way. I remember I was playing, many of you know Cheer Hex. Playing Cheer Hex. She's literally just crawling on the ground. Crawling on the ground to the final circle. And there's, like, guys running like 20 feet this way, and there's bullet fire whizzing at these guys, and they're like shooting each other, and cheer hacks fucking crawling like this. It was so funny. You know, it's and like that's like really cool. So that's kind of what I like about it, is that it's very easy to have these unique, compelling experiences. In terms of the design of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, I think there's a couple of critical things that the game does that are very, very clever. I don't think I want this. I think I want the 1-drops due to the incidence of Pirate Warriors. So first of all, I think that every multiplayer game needs mechanisms that bring players together and gives players opportunities for interaction. Every single multiplayer game needs this. Fighting games just put you right next to the person. There you go. MOBAs have the lanes, and you want to go to the lanes in order to get experience and gold, and so does your opponent, so boom, now you're just kind of hanging out together. Getting distracted by this game. Whatever, ever. Go ahead. Wind Fury! This is sort of like having taunt, right? So first of all, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds achieves this by having the shrinking circle, which is really nice. It has a very clear, simple, clean, lean structure to it that I think is great. Now, what do I do here? See what we get. Damn, shit, son. Yatsu, son. I'm going in, man. Going for it.
I have an axe.
You gonna hit me here, dog? You gonna hit me, huh? Yeah, I know you wanna. You know, I'm gonna give my PlayerUnknown's Battleground rant in a moment, because I actually wanna give proper credence. Doink, boink, and doink.
Better to beat you.
No, actually, I think that was a mistake. I think I needed to go straight in for the face. I can answer this question pretty simply. Lexon says, "Hey, Day9, I'm curious what you prefer about Dota over League." Well, I think it's... first of all, I'll note it's a slight miscomparison to say I prefer Dota over League, because I haven't played League hardly at all. Played like Nidalee once in like 2009. Like a game, literally a game. How do I get out of this pickle? I think I just freak him right the shit out, yeah?
Run away. Run away.
I feel like this is actually better, because I want to put this guy alive. I happen to play Dota because my friends play Dota, so I started playing it. My understanding is that the difference between Dota and League of Legends is Dota is very choicey, and League of Legends is very actiony. Maybe choicey is not quite the word I want to do, but this guy's really thick for what I'm doing right now. Cause he couldn't kill it before, he's not gonna be able to kill it now. Yeah. Ah, God, no, I still think I should be going in. Ah, whatever. Yeah, my understanding is that, like, Dota would be like, you have 400 mana, and here's your mana regeneration, and this spell costs 130 mana. Therefore, you have only this many instances being able to cast this spell. And so you have to choose that you can only cast a spell like 3, maybe 4 times if you regenerate enough mana. And therefore, what is your optimal play? Yeah, like this. Like this. This. And my understanding of League of Legends is that it's very actiony. It's like you're going to shoot this shot, and you can shoot it like 10 times before you're out of mana, but you're trying to aim it and time when you shoot it properly. And generally speaking, I like extremes. Like I am a fan of twitchy games, but I'm a fan of more of like a rhythm game. It's like a Twitch fest. I like the strategic side of things. I mean, it's why I like StarCraft, right? Where it's like, instead of building 6 lurkers, I'm going to build 4 lurkers and spend the rest of my gas getting an upgrade. Like, I like that sort of thing. A little less than skill shotiness. Well, guys, goodbye. It was a pleasure knowing all of you, but the Bittertide Hydra is going to survive the brawl, and I'm going to be the greatest player in the entire world. Yeah. Got the build. It's the build that I'm using. Bittertide Hydra, you dick. Are we fucking serious? God. It's better for me to keep these alive, yeah. I did watch quite a bit of League. I think League's a very interesting game for sure. I actually like Heroes of the Storm and Dota quite a bit. This hurts quite a bit. Because you'll note that if any of our creatures survived and his thing died, he would have been dead.
Well played. Well fought. I concede. Well played.
What does my mug say? Tasteless plot. My little spiel about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is over here. Basically, I think every multiplayer game needs a few things going on in it. One, at a very functional level, I think a multiplayer game absolutely needs some mechanism by which people interact with each other. So, in fighting games, you just spawn right next to each other. So, of course, there you go. There's your mechanism. In MOBAs, there's the lanes that bring people together. In PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, what is it? It's this circle that shrinks. And I'd like to note that it doesn't demand that you try to interact at any specific point in time. Like, in Overwatch, you go to point A. There's nothing else to do, you go to A right away. In PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's not as strict as that. I don't think multiplayer games need to force you to do anything at a given point in time. But the shrinking circle of PUBG, which is what I'll call it for short now, because I don't want to keep saying PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. PUBG shrinks, which doesn't specify when the interaction happens, but you know that it will. So I think that's really lovely, from a pure mechanical standpoint. Having sat down to play it, I have a newfound respect for the loot. So I'm going to put the loot here. I'm going to put player-to-player interaction here because I think they're both important. Again, there's this mechanism, a completely functional mechanism around bringing players together. Works nicely. Now, what is it about the player-to-player combat that's interesting? Well, it's the fact that there is so much about sound, about hearing gunfire, about positioning, about looking and being very careful about going down and sneaking. So I think there's a lot of richness and variety to what the player-to-player combat can be like, where you're checking windows and you are noticing movement behind grass or seeing someone in a tree very far away. I find really compelling, not just in terms of the shooty combat, but in terms of like you see someone go behind a building and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you have a moment where you think, that's a form of interaction, just gathering information about another player. But I think that the loot in the game is particularly brilliant, because I think that a lot of multiplayer games need, I don't know a better term for it, but connective tissue between the interesting tentpole actions. So the interesting action, player fight. Period of time. Another player fight. Period of time. And if those periods of time in between the exciting interactions among players, if that's boring and bad and shitty, no one's going to like your game. You don't see this in a lot of polished products, but if you play a lot of game prototypes, you'll wind up in this sort of situation. In fact, a lot of the very old 90s arena shooter games suffered from this, where one player would be here, another player would be there, and they'd just be like, all right, sitting there, nothing's happening. And so, an example of really strong connective tissue in a game would be gold in Dota. How awesome is it that in between big team fights, you're trying to decide what circuit through the jungle you want to go through in order to get more money. You're killing off creeps, which is letting you cast abilities to get more money. Then you're buying items to grow in power to be able to do stuff, which helps you get more money. This whole quest for growth of power is a really compelling thing to do between team fights and between just, you know, one-on-one fights with enemies. And it also contributes to that. In PUBG, imagine for a moment if there was no loot. You just spawned in the game with a rifle, armor, helmet, and some med equipment. You would have really cool, compelling player-to-player interactions. Those would exist. Those would absolutely be there. But you wouldn't really be very motivated to move. You'd be kind of bored. There'd be long periods of time where there'd not really be much exciting happening. And I think that the loot in PUBG is a really beautiful connective tissue element where you start off, you don't see anyone, it's just you by yourself. Let's go check houses. Ooh, what's this? Let me gather this thing up. You're experiencing growth of power. Growth of power is such a compelling thing to do, no matter what. Even if you're playing Dota and you go 0-10, killing stuff and buying items and trying to get stronger, fun. It's really fun. I'm going to do 0-10 because maybe that game might feel pretty bad, but maybe if you went like 4-7, you get to participate some. 4-7 in a lot of other games feels really bad, but in a lot of MOBAs it feels kind of okay because you're doing so much growth stuff. Like the fact that you are growing in power in PUBG in between by hunting for loot is awesome. It's just a really satisfying thing. Oh yeah, the loot also provides a really nice mechanism to encourage people to move from A to B. Like you're in a spot, well I want to go there because I want to keep getting cool, awesome stuff. Like I've played games of PUBG where I start off, I loot, I get better loot, I get even better loot, and then I'm decked out, and then I die. And I'm like, ah. I mean, that does kind of suck, but the entire experience was overall pretty fun because I was feeling really hoss, and I got unlucky. So I think that this combination winds up being very, very powerful. I'm motivated to keep moving around. I feel like I'm growing in power. The other players are there, so it kind of makes me want to be a little careful and look around. And then when you get to the combat and you get to the interactions, they're pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I've been getting my ass kicked in a lot of these PUBG games anyway, so. Have a lot of fun. MStem says, maybe not following, but how would the concept of players growing their own connective elements, i.e. Twitch plays Pokemon? I don't understand what you mean, MStem. I have no idea. I'm scrolling back, MStem. I literally didn't look at chat for a while, so I'm a little bit off. And I'm speaking about within a game. Within a game. Let me see here. We're against an Unta. Yeah, I want to chuck all this stuff back. What I mean is that, like, if you're in the process of building a game, these are questions you need to ask about when someone sits down to play your game that keeps it, like, snappy. Like, a game like Rocket League. What are the in-between interactions? Between, like, other than interacting with the player? Really, they don't even need that, because the ball's so close at all points in time. There's lots of engaging stuff to do. Great pickup. Someone's talking about unexpected emerging gameplay. I'd be thrilled to talk about this when you get a chance, Amstam. I'd be thrilled. Really thrilled. What am I wearing? I'm wearing a Gremlin Christmas sweater and, of course, a Terran shirt. MStem, if you do me a favor and assume that I literally have only just sat down to start and know nothing about what you speak. I want to do this. So if I pop this, come back and shoot that. I guess I want to do it like this, right? I'd rather have the power of an extra 3-2 and do this. Fine. Assume that I haven't seen anything of what you said. Like, just approach me and tell me something. Because when you say things like how cults and such were formed out of elements from the game used, I don't know what you're referring to. Oh fuck, he's getting huge. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god. No. Don't be here's a question. If I give this thing poisonous... I'm really curious. If I give it poisonous, it dies and shoots that. Doesn't it die? I mean, basically what I mean by connective tissue is like there's interactions between two players that are fun and compelling. What do they do in between that? What makes that compelling? Jesus, holy mother shitballs. Fuck, man. I want to hit like this? And then like... I think I want to hit like this first, right? Because it'll either hit one of these or this one. If it does that, then I want to go like this, like this. And then I think I actually want to have this guy out, yeah. So, I mean, like, in something like an Elite Dangerous or an EVE Online, most of the game is the stuff you do between interactions. Most of it is that connective tissue. MSTEM, your message hasn't displayed yet, what you're referring to. I don't know if it's because it was longer and got cut off. Wind Fury one time? This is... He could die. He could die. We have 13 on the board. We have another 2 here is 15. So MSTEM says, okay, so would connective elements of a game be community-based? Oh, no. I'm only talking about within a game. So, I mean, right away, let me just stress to you, I'm only talking about in-game stuffs.
Run away.
I'm only talking about, like, within a game. I don't mean, like... I'm not talking about, like, what keeps someone entertained when they're not playing StarCraft, which could be community stuff. What's your emerging gameplay? Let's draw a team together for a common goal, kingdom game, tools, community, possibly... And we die, maybe, baby. Alright, 6, 12. Guys, we've done it. Let's get Wind Fury and make them think we got lucky, yeah? And I think that, there's the... I should probably use a different term than connective tissue, because that was just something I thought up at the time. But I mean, like, there's... You need your game to be interesting when players are doing stuff with each other, and you need to make your game interesting when players are not doing things with each other. Multiplayer games are inherently interesting because of the other person. But sometimes don't want to have just a non-stop endless stream of... Ooh, that's a good pickup. Non-stop endless stream of players going at it. Sometimes you want to have some variety, like in an RTS, where you want to have the whole map worth of interaction. What is it that's in between the players interacting with each other via fighting, scouting, something like that, that makes StarCraft interesting? Well, base management is really, involved. That's the thing that actually occupies the time. And I think that some games say, hey, we're just gonna... I'm saving this coin for turn 4, Bitter Tide. Be a good turn 4. Some games say, no, you're just constantly interacting. Fighting games. Or Overwatch. You're just constantly fighting your opponent. But I personally have an interest in games that don't do this, that actually have some interesting stuff when you're not interacting with players. Because I just think that's cool. I don't think it's not a qualitative judgment like all games need to have. Blah.
Out of my jungle!
Oh, jeez. We pushed out a little bit there. Sleep with delicious. Who do we get first? Probably do this next. Damn! Damn! This is actually sick in this matchup.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
Nuclear Nibbles, thank you for a little compliment. Making me feel special here. Alright, so I want to kill this guy right away, right? This is gonna ruin my life unless I just take care of this. Maybe I could have bitter tied first. I don't know, I'm always torn on that. Pertaining to what you mean, are there certain games that are stronger in other regards?
Armor.
I don't know, like, honestly, a lot of, modern games that I have seen being developed for... Ooh, that's nice. A lot of games that I've seen in development or recently released in the last few years have basically said, we're not even going to try to answer the question of what do players do in between when they're interacting with each other. We're just going to really jam them in each other's faces a lot. I think Splatoon is a pretty good example of this. Where, yeah, you're sort of painting the ground, but I mean, the other person's like right there, like right up in your face. I'm just doing this, man. Well, I hope it doesn't get poisonous. Oh, that's bad for us. Or like Rocket League. Rocket League just jams you right in front of the other player. It's all about that shit. I think there's merit to having high and low. These taunt warriors are fucking owning me, man. Sabertooth Saberman. Do I have a switch? Nope, no switch. Some conversation about, is it expensive in the Bay Area? It's fucking unreasonably, ridiculously expensive. Jesus, this guy's fucking owning me. Shit. Shit. Oh no, shit.
Well played.
No. Ah.
I concede.
I want to keep doing this. I think so. I'll probably just keep doing this for a little bit.
Rexar versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
No, like that. The only good result is if he doesn't play anything, or a Joel Maka. Yeah, the Bay Area is like it's obscenely expensive, but typically salaries match that. There's a lot of jobs that are like over 100K a year that are not like, you know, super tip-top level positions. There's a lot that are, but there's also a lot that are not, just because the living expenses are so ridiculous. There's some interesting results of all that too, where like, I mean, I know a lot of people who like have had like a hairdresser or oh, that's nice, hairdresser or like piano teacher that had to leave the area because they couldn't support their job. Just did not pay enough at all. I'm gonna evolve them first anyways.
Job done.
And he gets huge, and then he deals damage. Nice. And if anyone said, hey, would you recommend moving to the Bay? I'd be like, unless you have a job you're really interested in here, man, fuck no, the Bay sucks. It sucks. I'm in Oakland. I think Oakland's awesome. Woo, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, might move a little bit. I don't necessarily have to be in any particular location to stream. Sort of happened to be up here. Initially moved up here for artillery. But, probably hang here for at least just a little bit. Not traumatize the baby cats again. Oakland's cool. If you're gonna move here, come to Oakland. Oakland's the best. Good Ethiopian cuisine. What could this be?
I hunt alone.
Kind of what I want to do. I expect that it's cat, snipe, freezing. Those are the three that seem most reasonable. So if I play this... Play this guy next, so that way both of these will trigger. I'll be able to win. Lorax is my spirit animal, so if you're in Oakland. Make it over to the rare barrel someday. Hella bomb sour beer. Let's see. If I go hit shoot. Okay, yeah, that's the play right there.
Low.
Good.
To my side.
Alright, so he almost certainly loses. He needs to get a Tonto Pronto. Let's call it the Tontaroni and the Pepperoni.
I'll never tell.
Okay, you did.
Until low.
Got him. Why is my game lagging so much? What's with you? Playing the jeweled McGraw, a little risky though. Well, I should say, making that my only way to win is a little risky though, because we expect that it's either snipe, freezing, or other thing. Why, oh why, is my Hearthstone starting to die? There we go. Because if I play the bird and he has snipe, he kills it, and then I don't win. That's a little bit about what we were doing there. What is with this game, dude? I'm closing and reopening Hearthstone. Program is like frozen, dude. Close, close, Control Shift Escape, Hearthstone, and the task. Close, details. Battle.net agent, Hearthstone. End the process, end the task, end it. It couldn't be completed? Yes, it can be completed. It's not hard to close a task. It just stops running. That's what it does. You're not even prepared to close it. Close it. Close the damn thing. No, we just want to make sure that everything is in order before... No, close it. Close the damn thing. End process tree. End process. Are you serious? Okay. Well, Battle.net, you're getting closed. Couldn't be completed.